afternoon, and thank you for tuning in to the Raymond Hall Show. I'm here with co-host Erica Flynn Walker.
Hello.
And we are grateful to be in your presence this week again. So thank you for tuning in to the Raymond Hall Show. As our banner implies, here is where you have a service is a different conversation. And I want to tell you that service is the essential element that this nation has been built on and is going to continue to advance. Don't let anyone dissuade you with the things that sometimes you see. Everything is not orchestrated at our hands. Sometimes things are orchestrated and they aren't always meant for your demise.
Right.
Sometimes things are meant for your good. It's just that we play a certain part. We can see in hindsight how the suffrage that our forefathers went through played a part that helped us today.
Absolutely.
So they couldn't see it in their day, but it has made tremendous advances, even with Dr. King and with all the other things that's going on.
Absolutely.
Okay. So today's show, we're looking at things from a different way. It's still about service, and it's still a different conversation. We're going to have with us today Mr. Samuel Kinsey.
Mr. Samuel Kinsey, yes.
Okay.
We're going to have a really thrilling and exciting show for you guys today.
Okay. He's a commissioner with the
Sacramento Police Commission.
Sacramento Police Commission, right. And he's quite a unique young man. I've yet to meet him. I met him through an introduction, but personally I've yet to meet him. But very impressive, 22 years old.
Yes, the second youngest person to hold that position. He's only 22 years old, and the other person was, I believe he said 19. So this is a remarkable accomplishment for him. So we can't wait to talk to him today and ask him some questions.
Right.
He's on the line
So
right
he's
now.
on the line with us, and we're going to have him as a guest in 1 second. Now, we're going to take a quick break before we bring him on. We're going to our social media platform.
We'd like for you to follow us, please, at The Raymond Hall Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, where we are streaming live right now. Also, we have our YouTube page at The Raymond Hall Show. So go to YouTube. We're trying to get our numbers up. We love you as our audience. We want you to stay with us. And again, follow us and like us on all of our platforms.
Okay. Now, we're going to take just a quick little break. And when we come back, we're going to be with Mr. Samuel Kinsey, Commissioner for the Sacramento Police Department. Police Commission. Please excuse me. Okay.
Hello.
And thank you so very much. We are back, and we are back with the first segment of the show. And this segment, we're talking to Mr. Samuel Kinsey. Mr. Kinsey, are you with us?
Yes, I am. How are we doing today?
I am doing wonderful. And how are you?
I'm doing great.
Okay.
Very good.
We are so thankful to have you here on the Raymond Hall Show. It was quite impressive. I really enjoyed that energy. I shared it with Mrs. Walker when we talked, because you were so energetic about what it is you were doing and the things that you were involved in. So now, share with us a little bit of the activities and the things that you're involved in. Give us a little bit of your background.
Well, I'm born and raised in Sacramento, California. Born and raised by my grandmother, even more, who passed away about 4 years ago. But she instilled in me some great values. And so I went to Grant High School, was 10th in my class here at Grant, went to Arizona State, and then I came back home to pursue college at home and build my community. And since then, since 2015, I've been with the Roberts Family Development Center, the nonprofit for after-school programs. And I've been with them at my high school, building an after-school program, which I'm actually here now with the kids.
Very good. Tell the kids we said hello.
Yeah, I will. You're going to hear them through the background, so my apologies. But
That's okay.
Okay.
and after that, I was intern for the city council member in Sacramento, Alan Wayne Warren, for about 2 years. And then Mayor Steinberg appointed me to the police commission with 10 other members, I want to say about 6 months ago. And in the process of doing all that, I'm still a part-time student at American River College. Hope to attend UC Davis in a year. And then I'm also I am the announcer for my old high school for their football games and their basketball games. So I have a busy slate with my community. So that's a little bit about me.
Wow. Looks like
Okay.
you're a busy guy. Well, thank you so much for all of your community support. And it just sounds like you're doing a great job to lend a hand to the community.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that grabbed me, Sam, was now for this show. What's good with you, Sam, Samuel, Mr. Kinsey, Commissioner? What's good with you?
Sam is just fine.
Sam is just
Okay,
fine.
Sam.
Okay. So, Sam, one of the things that grabbed me is because here we talk about a conversation in service. You are a demonstration in service.
It's demonstration, exactly.
You know, you demonstrate what service is all about. You're working with children. You have a position of responsibility
In the community.
in several parts of the community,
Right.
especially with the police commission.
Right.
Okay. And I just commend you. My hope is that this show will be a beacon for people throughout the nation and possibly throughout the world to look at the record of your demonstration of service and follow after your pattern. So let's talk about the police commission. And ladies and gentlemen, the reason that this started, obviously it when he said Sacramento, that should have lit a bell with someone. This started because it's a ever continuing thing to hear about these killings. Some of
Yes.
them are at the hand of a deranged person, and some of them are at the hand of the police. And we have to admit, we do know that there is a thing called suicide by police. Now, I'm not saying that this is the case. Please don't leave me there. But you have a great responsibility, because when things go wrong in the community, they look to the commission and the commissioners to try and bring some stability and some working relationship bridges between government and the community. So talk to us about your position as commissioner is it Police Relations Commission or is it just Police Commission?
It is just a police commission. It's a commission that was put together through city council.
Okay.
Through city council, and the mayor and the city council appoint each person to represent their district.
Right.
And the mayor appointed me to represent not only him but all the districts.
Okay.
So that's my role, and our job is to make sure we get the feelings and the opinions of our constituents of each district and report back to our city council members. But my job is different because I appoint back to Mayor Steinberg.
Okay.
So I give him. We haven't met just yet. We talk, but I'm supposed to give him some of the community's feelings and how they feel about certain aspects.
Mm-hmm.
And which I love because it puts me in a place to where I'm the middleman. You could say.
Okay.
You know, if this person can't get to Mayor Steinberg, well, I can try.
Okay.
And if this person can't get her feelings out, well, then I can try to get her feelings out and give to the commission as well and to Mayor Steinberg.
Okay. Now, how useful is or how effective has your position been with the latest incident with Mr. Clark? When Mr. Clark,
Right. With the respect to the police shooting of Mr. Clark, where did you fit in, and how were you able to lend your voice to that particular situation?
Well, what I do is on that situation is, sorry, I'm just so excited to be on the show. But my my position,
We're excited
You're
to
right,
have you.
right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My position with that is to get the community's feedback on how they feel, what should be done, and do my best while I'm on the commission, while we meet, and to let my commission members know what they feel, what they think should be done, and then report back to Mayor Steinberg on the same thing.
What were what were you going to say?
Oh no, because we meet once a month
Once a
at
month.
City Hall. It's just the commissioners and us
Mm-hmm.
with our advisor.
Can I
So-
ask you a question? What were
Of course.
tell us one or two of the things that you heard most from the community there when you addressed them?
Emotional.
Emotional. Okay.
Emotional. Emotional. Very emotional because, and these are in Del Paso Heights in Sacramento. These are folks who've been here for decades.
Right.
You know, my grandfather's a barber. Been here for decades. Been through the system. You know, and these people here are hurt. They're emotional because another one of their brothers is gone.
Right.
And they're gone with circumstances that we don't know about, and that's the issue.
Okay.
And not only emotional but tired. They're tired.
The same.
They're
of
tired. They're
Of the
tired.
same old.
And this is
Yeah.
what they express to you, that they are emotionally drained and tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're tired, and they look up to me, a 22-year-old from their community, to not only lift them up in spirit, but to give them the hope that they need. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I love my job so much. It doesn't pay a lot, but it doesn't matter
Okay.
because, you know, I'm giving them the hope that
Yeah. Now,
they need.
with regard to giving them the hope, we know your commission meets with your fellow commissioners downtown once a month. Do you go into the community often as a commissioner and speak to the constituents, or do you? How does that work?
Mhm. So I meet, well, because I'm with the after school program every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the community every day.
Okay.
I live in the community.
Okay.
So when the parents
I-
come there, you get a chance to talk to them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I take my mentor is Daryl Roberts, and he owns this nonprofit, and so he's taught me how to lead and help our kids and our parents of our students. And so that's I stay in the community every day. So
Now the
I'm here.
kids the organization that you're working with the kids, what does that program do for the children in the community?
Well, our program is called Paces Moving Forward, and it's designed to take our students. It's designed to take our students from, how can I explain it? So let's say we have a freshman, right? Freshman is just getting into high school, and he's not seeing the right people, and he's not in the right environment. Our
Okay.
job is to show him, hey, education is the way. Use education to not only grow yourself, but to grow your family and your peers. And we make sure that we check their grades, we talk to their teachers, email their teachers. We're pretty much their hands-on as far as taking care of the high school experience.
Right. That's absolutely wonderful.
It is.
Okay. You're guiding children all the way
Mentoring
through,
them.
right? You're not handing them off to another grade or
Right.
something. You have them all the way. Okay.
And I have a site coordinator here, Richard Johnson. Richard Johnson has been with Grant High School for years, and he's from South Sacramento, and he's taught us how to take care of our kids in the best way. So not only do we have Daryl Roberts here with us, but we have Richard Johnson as well.
Now, it's my understanding that Grant High School is supposed to be one of the more challenged at one time. I don't know if it still is now, but it was one of the more challenged high schools. So to hear that such great things and so many people are committed to working in that community and working with that high school is really encouraging and a pattern that people can duplicate across the nation.
Oh yeah, and I'll be honest, when I was a student here at Grant, my first thought process was get out of Sacramento, go, please. And that's when you're African American kid and you're raised I call it the hood because the hood, and nothing wrong with the hood.
Right.
When you're raised in the hood, that's your first thought process is to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was at Arizona State, I thought, you know what made me the man I am today was the hood.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time for me to go back and feed the hood what I've learned.
Right.
And that's what I did.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Well, we thank you for that. One more question I would like to ask. So we're still talking about the current climate that we're in regarding the shooting that happened in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Do you have any updates or anything that you can tell us in our listening audience concerning that particular incident?
The only thing I can really say is the city of Sacramento is hurting itself. We all are hurting. We all are in a certain state where we just feel so bad and hurt.
Right.
But we are all on the city level. We are all doing what we can to make sure that there is justice and everything is right on that end.
Right.
And we have Mayor Steinberg is really working. He's really working hard. I know he is, and some of the city officials are working hard as well to make sure that justice is right, and that we not only not change the police dynamic, but improve the police dynamic and make sure that everybody from police to constituents, anybody, are on the same page going forward.
Right. Well, let me interject this. I heard what Mayor Steinberg?
Yes,
Mayor
Steinberg.
Mayor Steinberg. I heard what Mayor Steinberg said, and I was very encouraged.
Yes.
After I heard what the instructions, not instructions, but I heard his conversation with his law enforcement community. He said we're dealing with the hurting people,
Yes.
and give them room to let them hurt. Now, the lady getting hit with the officer's vehicle only exacerbated already bad situation. We understand that, but let's be clear about something. Good law enforcement is something that's needed.
It's necessary.
It is absolutely necessary, and we all support the law enforcement community.
Yes, we do, because we've all had to call them at one point in time.
Yeah, here's what's always interesting to me about law enforcement, and you being a part of the police commission. I'm sure this is ever present with you. Whenever someone called the police, things have gone not an ordinary day. Something has gone wrong.
It's normally the last resort.
So they are walking into an unordinary day.
Yes, they are.
Okay. But there are absolutely too many. That's not laying anything at Sacramento's feet. We're talking about across the board. Overall, there has to be more attention paid to the policies, practices, trainings, and those kind of things to the police community so we can address some of these issues. Mr. Kinsey, Commissioner Kinsey, what do you want to leave with us? If you wanted to leave with us 3 things, do you all have a web address? Do you have a community number? What do you want to leave with us, the community, if they wanted to pattern a community across the nation after what you're doing there in Sacramento? What kind of contact information do you have for us?
Well, I can always give out my email. My email is open to everybody. I say my email is Underground Railroad. It's always open.
Okay.
That's a good way to look at it.
Okay.
Yep. I can give my email out. Should I say it now?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. So my email is skinsey, and that's SKINSEY83@gmail.com. And,
Okay.
I tell everybody in the community, if they ever have any questions or anything I can help or they want any advice, shoot me an email. I'm on my email 24/7. It's on my iPhone, so I get it 24/7.
Okay.
So for those who missed it, say it one more time.
Yes, it is skinsey. That's SKINSEY83@gmail.com.
Okay. Now, whenever you have an event there, Mrs. Walker and I are definitely one of your supporters for moving forward.
Right.
So,
We'd like to stay in touch with you, and if you can give us any updates, because we really want to be a part of the information that's coming out of Sacramento that everybody is waiting with bated breath to hear about. So we would love for you to call us back when you have any updates or any information that we can share with our audience. Will you do that for us?
Yes. Okay. Oh, yeah. I can. I would love to do that. I would love to always call and stay up concerned with you guys and give you updates. That's no problem at all.
Now, I'm with the California Senior Legislature, and we'll be in session a little later in the year. So while I'm there, or if Mrs. Walker decides she wants to see what the seniors are doing and travel as well, we will definitely give you a call and look you up while we're there. Ladies and gentlemen, we're with Commissioner Samuel Kinsey. He's the commissioner, and he's
Sacramento
the
Police. Second youngest in this position. We thank you so
appointed
much.
By the mayor.
Yes, and he was appointed by the mayor. Yeah. And he directly is in contact with the mayor, which is a really, really good place to be.
Right. So we thank you for your service.
I would say me and Mayor Steinberg, we talk every now and then. But
every now and then.
Yeah. Every now and then. Whenever she needs me, I'm here.
Okay.
Well, that's a beautiful thing.
Well, we thank you so very much, young man, for taking the time to be on the Raymond Hall Show, where we usually and often say service is a different conversation, but what we're going to have to say here, we're going to modify it and say Mr. Sam Kinsley, Commissioner of Police, Commission of Sacramento, is service demonstration.
Service demonstration. We thank you so much for your patronage on the Raymond Hall Show, and we look forward to talking to you the next time.
Okay.
I thank you guys for allowing me to be here. Appreciate it.
Have a good day, my friend.
Thank you.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. We're going to be right back, but first we got to pay the bills. So our sponsors this week is I'mALuxury.com. I this past Sunday, I put myself in a place that was special to me, even though it wasn't pleasant to me. The Vietnam Memorial Wall, as we know, is in Washington, D.C., but there's one that is mobile and it moves around the nation. And it was right here in Southern California in Gardena. And I went to visit that wall. And ladies and gentlemen, as a veteran, I'm telling you, I was in an open park and I couldn't breathe. I just couldn't breathe. To see, they say it's actually close to 58,000, a little over 58,000 names on that wall. And this is the ultimate service, when someone gives their life in service to the nation. And we use the word the nation, but make it a little more individual. They give their lives in service to you and me. Yes, and they made the way for us to be able to sit here to speak with you unencumbered, because there are people that are on the front lines right now in the Navy, the Marines, the Army, and the Air Force, and also the reserves, who are standing on the front line for you and I to be able to have the freedoms that we have. So we just want to commend them and tell them thank you. And to Mr. Hall, also thank you for your service. And we're going to take a short break. Yeah. Please follow us at Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at The Raymond Hall Show. We'll be right back. Okay. Talk to you then. Bye. Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome back to the Raymond Hall Show. I'm Erica Flynn Walker, your co-host. And thank you so much. We have on the line with us Mr. Romeo Hebron. Romeo, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Oh, thank you so
Good
very much
afternoon,
for
Mr.
being
Hebron.
on the Raymond Hall Show. This, first of all, we want to thank you for being on the show on such a short notice.
Oh, yes, definitely. Not a problem. Thank you for reaching out and having us talk about, our programs and our job fair and everything that we have to offer.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I was speaking with Mrs. Walker, Mrs. Erica Flynn Walker,
Yes.
when I picked it up at the church Sunday, and I saw the flyer, and it fit perfectly because this week is dedicated to the much younger citizens and the people that we have, and we really everybody needs to do their part to kind of help them with the jobs and help them to get their careers started and everything else. And so when I saw that you all had a work fair, that a job event that was kind of tailored to that younger person, I said, oh, it would be absolutely wonderful if we could have, have him on the show. So that's why you're here today. So tell us a little something about the organization that you're with, and tell us about the event.
Yes. So I work for the South Bay Workforce Investment Board. So we provide job search services. We provide job training, job coaching for youth and young adults, primarily in the South Bay area of LA. But we definitely want to serve as many people as we can.
Mm-hmm.
For me specifically, I work in our youth and young adults program.
Okay.
So I'm the one me and a few other people are the ones who work with populations anywhere from 16 to 24 years old,
Okay.
or 14 to 24 years old in the summertime.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it comes to our job fair, we have our big one coming up on Thursday, April 26th. It's at the Carson Community Center.
Mm-hmm.
It's from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So we're expecting. Last year we had over 70 companies who attended.
Oh, wow.
Over 950 youth and young adults came.
Excellent.
We had over 50 community volunteers, and really the big statistic that we really love to report and that we're proud of is that last year over 200 people got hired on the spot.
Very good.
That's very
Outstanding. Outstanding.
Uh-huh. Okay. Now, today, the event that's coming up is going to be at the Carson Community Center. Now, so you're looking, this event is going to be bigger than the one previously, or about the same?
You're expecting more people, Mr. Hebron.
Yes, we're always looking to expand and grow, and every year this event keeps on growing, and so we really want to make sure, that's why we're getting the word out as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So we are expecting this to be bigger than last year, and every year we want to continue that growth.
So you guys, there'll be people there that are having job interviews. They're taking the application. Everything happens at this particular fair that same day.
Yes.
Very
So
good.
there are some. There is a separate room where there are going to be some one-on-one interviews taking place. Those are for the young adults who have gone through our blueprint work readiness training.
Okay.
That's just one special room, but then in our main room, there are also a lot of chances for the youth to get that face-to-face time with an employer, because I think things are a lot different from when I was looking for work as a teenager.
Yeah,
where you
sure
could
it is for me too.
Where you could talk with someone face to face. Now everything is online, so that's
Right.
really something that we want to sell when it comes to this job fair, is that you actually get to talk to someone in person and not just clicking submit on an online application.
Right. Tell us a few of the names of the companies that you'll be having on the day of this event.
Yeah, so just some of the companies we have confirmed. We have companies like Lowe's, we have Yogurtland, Party City, UPS, Target, Foot Locker, Forever 21, FedEx. There's a long list, so we definitely want to make sure that we're targeting companies that have open positions who
Okay.
would hire these youth.
Now, what are some of the challenges younger people have to employment that maybe older people with employment history do not have? What are some of the challenges more with a younger person getting started than it is with a person that's been working for a while?
I would say definitely one would be even the experience with like the interpersonal communication
Right.
and being able to just verbally speaking. You know, a lot of times nowadays everything is done through text or instant messaging. So those verbal skills and just being able to kind of carry on conversations.
Okay.
And, that's one challenge. Another one is just being able to find companies who, you know, are willing to give younger people a chance when it comes to hiring. And so that's why, you know, we really are very proud of this event, and because it does target the younger population.
What are some of the things that the attendees should bring? Is there anything specific that they need to have that day?
Yes, they should bring lots and lots of resumes, because, you know, there's going to be over 60 to 70 employers, so they should bring lots of copies of their resumes. But if not, you know, if they run out, we can also help them make some additional copies on the spot. Bring something to write with. Bring, you know, dress professionally. So, because you know, your first impression is really what's important when talking with these companies. And then, just lastly, just bring that energy and that optimism, because that's what the companies would really love to see is energy and someone who is willing. They might not have that work experience, but as long as they have the enthusiasm and that willingness to learn, that's really a marketable trait.
Very good marketable trait to
now
have.
we're going to continue with the interview, but let's stop for a second. Why don't you give us some contact information? Give them some contact information, and we're going to repeat that again later on in the interview. But if someone wanted to reach out to you, is there a registration, a pre-registration period for the event?
Yes. So anyone who wants to attend, they should pre-register online. The link for that is tinyurl.com/jobfair2018.
Okay.
That's TINY, Tiny?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Okay, very good.
All right, we're going to have you repeat that again. So those that didn't have their pen, a pencil, a tablet in front of them, that you can get it and be prepared to get it again.
Right, and you can go and get your pen and paper, because I'm going to give you the number also for the Career Service Coordinator, who is Mr. Romero Hebron, 310-680-3870, for those of us who like to just pick up the phone and dial a number. So,
If it wasn't, you just put him on blast, put his number out there.
I'm sorry.
No. I'm just joking.
Okay. Just checking. Sometimes we like to just pick up the phone and call.
Hey, Romeo.
Hey, Romeo.
Yeah. Talk to us about now the blue. You said something about a training event. Was it Blue Tent? What was it?
It's called Blueprint for Workplace.
Blueprint. Okay, Blueprint.
Now, is that an event that's happening at the event where someone can get that Blueprint event and then go on to seek employment, or do they have to go through the Blueprint first before the event, and then bring that skill set with them to the event?
Yeah, so those training classes those have been happening leading up to it. So I believe we're just wrapping up our last one this week. Those ones who go through that class and get certified would be the ones who would be guaranteed a one-on-one interview in a separate room at the job fair.
Okay.
But if you haven't taken that class, you could still definitely go to the main room where all of the companies are located, and you could still meet with as many employers as you would like.
Okay, very good.
Now, so when would be the next Blueprint event that you all would be starting up?
Blueprint training.
Yes.
Yes. So it's best to just you can contact me, and if anyone's interested in attending, and then we can let you know when the next location or when the next time is for those classes. But right now, leading up to the job fair, I believe we're finishing up our last one before the job fair.
Okay. Also, the Carson One Stop, is this the same One Stop that they have in other cities?
Yes, there are similar One Stops. So it's part of the whole America's Job Center California system. So with us, for the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, We have locations we have one-stops in Carson, Torrance, Gardena, and Inglewood.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are definitely one-stops located all over.
So it's all connected. It's the same thing, technically.
It's part of the same system. Yes.
Okay, very good.
But now you specifically focus on youth.
Yes, for my specific function, yes, we have youth programs, but then we also do have our adult programs as well.
Okay.
Now, when I was calling, I asked because I'm a veteran, and it's just one of those questions I have to ask. Do you all have a veteran service officer there at the One Stop as well?
Yes, we do have representatives who are equipped to work with veterans. So we do have specific programs for those.
Okay.
Very good.
All right, so you vets that's out there that's looking for jobs, and I want you to pay attention to something. We can't talk about it now. We don't have the time for it, nor have we programmed. This is about the youth working, but make sure you look at your veterans benefits. There are various chapters, 31, 33, that you may be able to go to get a benefit out of in going to school and those kind of things. Well, Romeo, once again, give us that contact information.
Yes. So once again, for registering online, you can to attend our job fair on April 26th. You could go to tinyurl.com/jobfair2018.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And we are going to post your flyer on our webpage, and we're going to, of course, talk with our studio and get them to post it. They've already agreed that they would.
Right.
Post it on their page, so that will give you a little bit more visibility from this point of view. We are so thankful to have you on the Raymond Hall Show, and we want to thank you for the service that you are providing. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, service is just whatever it is that you're doing that adds to the quality of life as a whole. So, Mr. Romeo, through his professional career, is providing a service that's helping people to improve their quality of life through careers and employment. So we are so thankful for the One Stop and for Romeo and everybody else that's helping to do this. Now, what is the date of the event? Give us the date and location of the event again.
Yes, it's Thursday, April 26th at the Carson Community Center.
Okay.
And the address is 801 East Carson Street.
Okay.
And it's in Carson, 90745.
Okay. And the email, a webpage or email address?
You can, our webpage is sbwib.org.
Okay, you heard it here on the Raymond Hall Show. Thank you so much, Mr. Hebron, the Career Services Coordinator at the Carson One Stop Community Support Center, because that's what they do. They support the community in job development and give them resources, and they're having this great conference that's coming up on April the 26th. And so we like for each and every one of you that is listening to the sound of our voice, tell someone. And then also they have 4 other locations with the One Stop. But right now we're talking about Carson, but it's a community-based organization. They're here in the community, and we look forward to getting some reports back from all the people that went to this event.
Well, thank you so very much. We look forward to having you again on the show. And all of the people that are listening, if you have not only just the young people that will go to the event and benefit, if you're a company that have a job that may be able to benefit by offering a position for the company, please get in touch with Mr. Hebron and lend your service as well. Thank you so very much, sir. And we look forward to seeing you again or having you again on the Raymond Hall Show.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Bye.
Okay. Well,
that was lovely. We found out all different information about One Stop. You know, I've seen them, but I don't really hear too much about them, but I've seen them. Have you seen them right there on Manchester?
Well, I see them all over the place, but because it's not just a community thing. It's this thing is bigger than that. It's like state and federal.
Wow. But I mean, you don't hear people talking about it. Do you know anyone that's gone through it?
I know a lot of. They have different kinds of programs.
Oh, good.
They have. It's a major source for training, retraining, and connecting people with jobs.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think it's great.
Yeah, matter of fact, I think that they don't advertise
Enough,
enough
yes.
that they are there. Okay.
And what they're offering is vital because, like he said, normally it would take you some time to get to the interview process. So if you show up at this event, there are going to be several people, Lowe's, all of the name brand people that we are familiar with will be
Right.
there for you to get an interview that day. So thanks so much for that information.
Yeah.
From
One of the
Mr. Hebron.
reasons that we did the show today about Sacramento, and then we wanted to, as the young people say, flip the script.
Right.
We talked the first half to a commissioner whose job it is to go into the community after oftentimes a horrific event.
Mm-hmm.
There are more people who are doing the right thing and trying to do things the right way than we often speak about. We need to do everything that we can. Technology has changed. The way people address things have changed. And we need to make sure that here at this show, we do our part to help connect people to those resources of where it is. So that's why.
Absolutely.
And here again, this all goes back to the belt.
Back to that belt, right,
to the belt,
right,
okay.
right. You know, it is so funny because yesterday I bought I said, son, I didn't even tell him what it is, though. I said, son, I bought you some. What is it? What is it? He doesn't know. It's a belt, 2 belts, to make sure that to make sure that I know that you have a belt, because this is the same thing Mr. Hall was talking about. We don't know what is the reason for the young men that walk around with their pants hanging down. Maybe their belt is just too small. Maybe they don't have a belt. Mm-hmm. But this is a part of the process of us coming together as a community to get down to the bottom of whatever that need is. We want to be a part of helping them fulfill the need to better their lives. What do you think, Mr. Hall?
Well, I know this. I know we need to quit assuming when we don't know all the facts, and that's why we provide a service here on the Raymond Hall Show. When we look at something, you may think that because the show is named the Raymond Hall Show that it's all on me. No, Mrs. Walker and I and the engineer Felicia Morris, and I must mention her dad, Johnny Morris. He's like my mentor, and he'll always be. I love him. We talk about things.
Right.
And a lot of times the answer is not outside of your community. The answer is inside of the community, not because we don't want the outsiders' input. The answer is in the inside of the community because the inside of the community knows what's needed.
Exactly. Just like Mr. Kinsey said, he left, he went to college, and then he decided he needed to go back to the community of which he was raised in. Right. And it makes so much sense. So I'm so thrilled to be here, to be a part of the community, to give you this information, because I know it is going to make a difference in someone's life out there that's listening.
Yeah. I want to thank Bishop Lonnie McNamee. He's a frequent supporter of the Raymond Hall Show. I want to thank all of the other, some people say don't call my name, but those persons that are supporters and donate funds to help make sure that we continue. We want to always recognize you. One of our sponsors is I'mALuxury.com, and you can take a look at it. You have the luxury to be yourself because someone has given service. When you go to our page this week, you're going to see there's something that I wrote that says, make no doubt about it, all of us lay claim to America.
Yes, we do.
There's no one group of people that can lay claim to the fact that they are an American and no one else.
Right. We're all Americans.
We're all Americans.
Yes.
Now, we can talk about the Native American is here first. It was their land. That's true. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying don't put yourself in a position of a subservient person. You have the right to look into the far corners of the universe and imagine that you can live there. You have the right, if you have the understanding, to be able to continue to walk until you are able to amass the kind of fortune to be able to go anywhere you want to do or go. Just remember, when you go with mercy and go with righteousness. That's what it says.
Exactly, because we all think that America is, that's it. I mean, there are 7 continents. I have a fascination with globes. And when I see these globes and I look at the world in totality, there is so much more out there. And we see ourselves as America. Yeah. But there's so much more, but just the mindset to know that we have all type of opportunities. We have to take advantage of them. And, don't not take time for yourself to expand your horizons. That's my thought. That's my thoughts.
The point that we're trying to make here is this: position yourself for success.
Yes.
Position yourself to achieve. And when you hit the mark of success, position yourself to go further. I'mALuxury.com is a place where you can go and say, if my understanding of what I can afford is this, let me go somewhere to see what it takes for my understanding to be somewhere else. So go take a look, and just because something says I'm a luxury, it don't mean it have to cost $1 gazillion.
Right.
Just go take a look, and if you have someone that's special in your life that where you want to do something luxurious for them, go to I'mALuxury.com. Then American Legion Post 109. Mm-hmm. They're in the middle of the community.
Yes, they are.
And they're meeting Monday the 16th. Okay. And on Monday the 16th, they are going to be talking about veterans benefits, and they always have a lot of food and all that kind of stuff there.
Very good. And where is that going to take place at?
It's on Don Felipe. You would ask me a question.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you know what? It's on Don Felipe, but it's we will have it posted on our website for each and every one of you to go there and find out about.
Christian Crenshaw United
Methodist Church. Yes, right there on off of Stocker.
Drive, off of Stocker, right?
Yes, so okay, you can definitely look it up, okay. Google it. And also right now we just want to say thank you for listening. Continue to listen. Continue to like us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Raymond Hall Show.
Okay. You had a trending topic.
The trending topic was about the strike of the teachers in Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. On Monday, they decided that they're going to be striking, looks like for 2 weeks. And it's just something that, as a trending topic, it was concerning the pay gap and wage disparities. So what we want to do is, as far as trending topics is concerned, be proactive. Look into it. Follow up on what's going on with the teachers, because they are striking, and it's something that's going on nationwide. And, like I said, it's something that each and every one of us can be involved in, because it involves us at some type of a way. We all have children, cousins, nieces, aunts, and uncles that are in school. Okay. So it's going to be affecting a lot of us. So we want you to just take a look at the current situation with the teachers striking. That is a trending topic right now.
Nothing is in isolation. So as you look into it, if you feel so inclined to, why don't you send somebody an email? Just let them know that you're in support of it.
Yes.
And maybe they'll get an email from all over the world, and then they'll...
that'll encourage them.
There. Well, it'll encourage them folk to let them know, it's us against the world.
Right.
So we better pay these teachers. They need to pay the teachers.
Yes, the teachers do a remarkable job. They're great.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming right up to that time. It's just about that time for us to say goodbye. It's always, they've sung songs about saying goodbye. It's hard to say goodbye.
Yes.
And equally for us, because we love you all. We thank you so much for tuning in to the Raymond Hall Show. Let us know what you want us to talk about. This is about substance, okay? This is about We want to have conversations that make a difference. We don't want to just sit up here and talk and be talking heads and have interviews as talking heads. We want to talk about things that's relevant to you, relevant to the community of you. So let us know, like us.
Like us, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at The Raymond Hall Show. And we would look forward to hearing from you. Also, leave us a comment if you like.
Okay. And your last comments?
My last comments are, I'm so grateful and thankful to be here with you, the audience, and the community at large. My name is Erica Flynn Walker. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
Okay. Well, I want to tell you, I just celebrated a birthday on Tuesday.
Happy belated birthday, Mr. Hall.
Thank you. And I celebrated my 66th birthday. I never thought I would be 66, but God has been tremendously good to me. I want to take the time just to say, you know something, for all of the blessings that God continues to shower us all with, we can say thank you from the heart of us, from the mind of us, and from the understanding of us. And when we do that, then we are truly able to help our neighbor and help a stranger. So until the Raymond Hall Show airs again, help someone, be good to yourself, and remember that your Creator is here to provide for you no matter what the need is. Have a good night.
Ta-ta.